we'll dive a little bit more into that in a second, but we do have a guest joining us now for the second time this weekend, joining us on the show for the second time this weekend, getting points for Alpine, Pierre Gasly. Congratulations on the result. But look, I know scoring points is fun, but just talk about that. That race just looked fun. So many battles on the racetrack, back and forth. Just how was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the highlights. Everyone seems to have enjoyed that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy. You know, the last Sunday we scored points was in Spa. So before the summer break, it's been a long 3 months with not much in our plate, and this weekend, for whatever reason, we showed some really good pace. So, you know, I was very happy to be fighting in the mix. And, yeah, you know, with Hülkenberg, Isaac, who got some podium this year. So we got to understand where the pace came from. On the other side, I really felt like we had more pace than we were able to show. I was the entire race behind Isaac. I managed to get past him twice in turn one, and both times he got me in the straight after. And yeah, man, I mean, it was yeah, a bit frustrating to say the least, because I really felt like we had good pace. But yeah, in the end, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna complain with a P10. It's been a long year and not enjoyable all day. So I must say we can be very happy with today.
It's great to have you back in the fight, and I really enjoyed some of the lunges that you sent in at turn one. Talk us through the racecraft in Brazil, because obviously the center S is your big chance, but then you can be done at turn four, as you sadly found out. But how do you try and judge when to attack, when to hold back?
I mean, I think it's one thing to thinking about it now, but you know, in Mexico you have like that DRS detection before the last corner, and it gives it to you for the next two straights. Next weekend you come here and you get it only on the first straight, but then after there's another detection in the chicane, and then it's different for the... So yeah, I must say I was definitely sad that they didn't keep it the same way as Mexico. I mean, for me, I felt very good. I wasn't really close enough any time to do a comfortable overtaking to turn one, so I had to take some risk, go quite deep to try, and compromise the next, you know, a bit the exit of turn two. But yeah, in the end, I'm happy I've tried, because, you know, there's no point staying behind and do like 60, 70 laps like that. So we went racing. Just a shame we didn't get past him, because I think we had the pace to kind of be in that gap behind Bielmania.
Well, we certainly appreciated you making those lunges and making it exciting for us. So congratulations on a great race and a great weekend for Alpine.
Thank you, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
On the other side of the garage for Alpine, Franco Colapinto coming home 15th. So kind of not exactly the same results on both sides of the garage over there. And then, of course,
Franco, looked like a long race out there this afternoon. We saw the moment with Lewis. Can we get your read on that first of all, and how your race developed from that point?
Yeah, it was a long afternoon. I think after the sprint we just struggled a bit more in general with the balance with the car, the sliding, the was everything a little bit worse. And I think, yeah, just a long afternoon. We had a lot of deck, very tricky to keep the tires alive, and yeah, just the same as the cars in front, and we stayed in a similar place, quite stuck behind the Astons, and yeah, it was a tricky day. I think a lot to review and try to be stronger in Vegas, but was looking as it would be a very good weekend, I think, on Friday, and then in the sprint race after the crash and chassis change and all that, it started to become much more difficult. I lost the balance. I started to feel a bit different. The car struggling more, and yeah, it was just a tricky day today. Very well done to the team. Pierre scoring points, so it was a positive, and yeah, we'll try to do the same in Vegas.
You touched on it there, the sprint incident. Was that really the moment you feel the weekend took a turn for the worse in terms of the feeling when the car was rebuilt? Yeah. And what do you take to the final triple header of this season?
Yeah, I think definitely after the sprint race was we went like a bit with the back foot and just struggled as a team on my car, on my side of the garage. I struggled more, and I kind of lost the pace I had on Friday. Was easier to fix the little things on Friday, and we were on a good position already Saturday in the sprint, and then everything went a little bit, became a little more difficult. So things to improve, to understand, and yeah, I'm sure we can have a better weekend in Vegas.
So Pierre, you did it again. You had Alex all over your tail at the end, but you kept him behind. Another point on the board. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm very, very happy. I mean, we didn't score a point on Sunday since Spa before the summer break, so it's been, a long 3 months. And this weekend, we just had a good car. We managed to score 1 point yesterday in the sprint, and another point today, which was pretty difficult. So I'm pleased. It was a tough battle with Isaac. I managed to dive twice into turn 1, and fortunately he was getting me back every time in the straight before turn 4, so spent quite a lot of time. I think I'm gonna have nightmares of that rear V-cab rear wing tonight, but I think overall they were fighting for, I think they got a podium this year, right, V-cab, so they've been pretty strong, and just to be in that mix showed we had a good car this weekend.
What is it about you in Brazil? You've just been on fire here. You've shown it in the past.
I mean, it's for sure, Brazil's treating me well, but I mean the car was just on another level compared to the last three months. So we just got to understand exactly why. And for now I'm just enjoying, the good weekend, and hopefully we can repeat that again in Vegas.